Well, it's been a bit of a frustrating day so far. I got here last night and there was fish absolutely showing everywhere on the end of that strong southwesterly wind we had pick up. I set up right on them, got my baits out there, and yeah, they were still in the area. They didn't move off, thankfully, but nothing at all happened through the night. It's a reasonably deep little lake here. Whether they just all stayed in the upper layers, I don't really know. But today I woke up, there was fish everywhere, just cruising about on the surface. So I've been sort of chasing them around a little bit with the floaters, trying to get one. And we've just had a rather big storm come over. I was watching it over the back, see the fork lightning, and could hear the thunder and everything. Wind was just starting to pick up, so I've left my floater rod out there just on the rests. And then as I was watching the lightning over the back there, I saw a fish start coming in, mopping up a couple of freebies on the way to my bubble float. And then next thing I knew, the float sailed away, rod hooked round, and we were in. I mean, it is absolutely chucking it down there at the moment, so I've retreated back into the bivvy for the time being. The fish is nice and secure in the net at the front of the swim, so hopefully this won't last for too long, and then I can go and get the fish out and let you see it, give it away. It looks like a real sort of gnarly old original fish by the look of things. It's definitely not one of the new stockies that's gone in here, so that's quite nice. I've had two fish out of here so far, and both have been originals, so yeah, I shall leave it there for now. Wait for this rain to hopefully pass over, and then we'll get out, get the fish on the mat, give it away, and show you what it is. Thank God I caught it when I did. She's certainly seen better days, bless her. A real battered up old original this one is. Just had her up on the scale, she's gone 17.5 it was. Looks like she's blind in this eye as well, so yeah, proper battered up old thing, but lovely little fish. Great to have another one, especially first one off the top this year. And knowing this lake from years past, there'll probably be a few more through this summer as well, hopefully. I'm just going to get a couple of quick photographs, get her back in, and then now this rain has stopped, I'll try and get myself sorted out and see if I can get another one through sort of mid to late afternoon and early evening. Right, let's get some photographs done and get on, see what else we can get. Certainly a bit nicer now than it was when I caught it. It's like a completely different day out there. Right, let's get these rods sorted out. See whether we can bag another one this afternoon. Right, I just thought I'd take you quickly through the rig I'm using over here on the surface. I'll go right the way through the setup. So to start off with, I've got one of the Fox Horizon X3 12 foot 2¼ pound test curve float rods. That's coupled up with an EOS 10,000 FD, and that is loaded with 15-pound Fox. So I'll just let that lorry go past. 15-pound Fox surface line. That goes all the way through to one of the Fox bolt bubbles, and then in the front of there I've got a size 7 quick change swivel, and then some 12-pound Fox Zig and floater hook link. Just got one of the little clear anti-tangle sleeves on there just to help with the tangles. The hook link's probably, I don't know, 4 foot long, maybe 3.5, 4 foot. You don't need a massive great long hook link with these bolt bubbles, and they tend to hook the fish for you, which is quite nice. So there's no real need for striking. On the hook end I've got a little size 8 Fox Zig and floater, and on the top of that we've got a hair rigged, it's a little pure bait SS1 yellow pop-up. I've just trimmed down, I've got that as tight to the back of the hook as I possibly can get it. So yeah, it's about as easy as it gets, really. So let's get this back out in the water. There's a little bit of a wind picked up now, just coming across the swim, so it's going to make it a bit more difficult, but it is going towards the reed line where I've been seeing a lot of fish, so it might be doing me a few favours. I'll just have to keep an eye on where the line's sort of drifting along. So I'll leave it there, get this out in the water, and see whether we can have another one. I gave the floater fishing about another 20 to 30 minutes, but once the wind started picking up and turning straight into the swim I was in, it was time to put the surface gear away. With this wind picking up, I wanted to get the bottom rods in and sorted as early as possible, so that I could keep the swim nice and quiet through the late afternoon and evening, in the hope that the fish would start moving back in on the wind, especially after the disturbance that the old mirror had caused earlier on. I've got all the rods settled now. My right hand one is in a nice little sort of alcove in the undergrowth on the right hand margin. It was a bit of a job getting it in there where I wanted it, but I got it where I wanted it in the end. Scattered a few baits out there, so that one was nice and set. The middle one is about 70 yards down the reed line. I saw quite a few fish showing out here last night. But when I got in the swim, it was absolutely fish everywhere, to be honest with you. Well, I didn't really want to go chucking leads. Just seeing one show out there now. Didn't really want to go chucking leads any further out than I had to. So it was just a case of sort of underarming 3 rods in close in last night, and hoping that I didn't disturb them and that they came in and had a feed. Unfortunately, obviously didn't happen, but I did have that one earlier on off the top. So yeah, the middle rod is down the reed line, about 70 yards. That's being fished on, that was on a pop-up, that was, an amino ester natural pop-up. The one on the right hand side is a bottom bait, one of the hard hookers, again amino ester. The left hand rod, I didn't really know what to do with this one, in all honesty. I did have it a little bit further out last night, but as I say, I didn't want to be leading around too much, so I pretty much just watched where I saw a few fish. I felt the rod down for a bit of a donk, and I got a reasonable drop. It wasn't hard, but I did feel the lead down. but on bringing it in this morning there was a lot of really crappy, horrible old silkweed out there, and although the fish were showing there last night, there was about 15-16 foot of water between where they were showing and where the bait was, and with how horrible the bottom was, and obviously I didn't get anything off of it, I wasn't too keen on putting my rod back out there again tonight, in all honesty. I did have a few liners early on this morning, so I've just dropped that left hand rod close in off the reeds down to my left. Feels quite clear. I've had a bit of a pull through there with a lead, and then I put an old rig on and just give that a quick pull through, and it's not really brought anything back of any concern anyway. So I've got another little amino ester pop up on that one, one of the pink fluoro ones, and yeah, that's it. We're all set for the night. I got them in nice and early. It was probably about half three time I got them in. I just wanted to keep this corner nice and quiet. The wind's picked up again like it did yesterday evening. I've already seen a few start moving on it, so hopefully they'll keep coming all the way in, and we might have something to show you a bit later on. As for now, I've got my pasta on the boil, so I've got another 2-3 minutes of that. Strain the water off, stick my sauce in, have my dinner, and then it'll be a case of getting bits and pieces tidied up, packed away, ready for a quick getaway in the morning for work. So I shall leave it there for now, and hopefully I'll see you a little bit later on. If not, then I guess I'll see you next time out. Well, the result that is. Absolutely cracking common, this one. It's just gone 24-3. It's a stunning looking fish as well. Just lift her up for you. How's that? She fought like an absolute demon as well. Really did go well. This one was on the middle rod along that reed line where I saw all the fish showing last night. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Lovely duck. As we were saying, lovely dark, chestnutty coloured, really nice fish. give you a quick show of the other side as well while she's having a moment there on the mat. Cracking looking fish, really made up with this one. First 20 from the new lake as well since I've been on it as a Syndicate anyway. But I'm going to get a bit of water on this one, get a couple of photos, get her back and get that rod out there before it gets dark. Well made up. Just got everything else sorted after that last fish. Really am made up with that one. It was a really cracking looking common. His mouth was absolutely mint as well. Really was. But I just got the kettle on now and have a quick cup of hot chocolate before bed. And then get the cooker and everything packed away and have an early night before getting up for work tomorrow. Still reasonably confident something might happen in the night. There's still a few fish moving out there, so you never know. The kettle's just about boiled now. It's just started steaming, so I'm going to get that in the mug, have a drink, get tidied up and get myself some sleep. See you soon. Well, the little stockies, I think, by the look of it. Probably about, I don't know, £5 or so, maybe. On the middle rod again. I'm going to get her or him back in and get myself some sleep. It was a bit of a rude awakening, that one. It's now the following week. It's about halfway through May. I've just got down to the Syndicate again. Got the rods out for a very quick night. It's around about 9 o'clock now. I had to wait for another angler to head off so I could get my middle rod over where I wanted it. It was a bit of a chuck with the 10-foot rods, but got it in where I want it now. I'm happy with all three. Only trouble is I've got to get up about 4:30 in the morning to get packed away, as I'm off with Adam to a little day ticket water nearby that I've done a bit of filming at before, and we want to get there for around about 5:30, so I need to be leaving here at 5 o'clock at the latest really to get over there. So it leaves me with about, I don't know, 7-8 hours of fishing I suppose. Plenty of time for a bite, you never know. So my left and my right hand rods are just tucked down off of the marginal shelf. The middle rod is, I'm guessing, around about 100-yard chuck over to some reeds on the other side. I've got about as close as I dare to it, and it went down reasonably well. Got plenty of bait spread along there, so fingers crossed one of them might go before I have to head off. So with that being said, I'm going to have a little bit of a snack, have myself a drink, and then I should be getting my head down. So if I do get woken up in the night, then I'm up again about 4:30 for pack away time. It's going to be a bit of a short one on sleep, I'd imagine. So I shall leave it there for now. If I don't see you in the hours of darkness, then I'm sure I'll see you over at the Day Ticket Lake at some point tomorrow morning. See ya. Right, well, we're back in the car now. It was a quiet night last night. I did see a few fish show in the area, so I'm going to hopefully try and get back in the same swim tonight once I'm back from the Day Ticket Lake. but I'm just waiting for the car windows to defog, and I shall be off. It is about 10 to 5 now, so we should have plenty of time to get over there hopefully, and fingers crossed we'll get the swims we want when we're there. So I'm going to get off and get driving, probably try and get a bit of breakfast on the way I reckon, and I shall see you at the lake a bit later on. There you go. Adam's just had his PB common. I'll put a picture up of, because it was absolutely chucking it down at the time. That went 26.6, and this one's just gone £20.13. Thought I was away with the double take at 1 minute, but the hook pulled out of the other one, which was quite fortunate in a way because it was chucking it down at the time. I'm going to get a picture of this one, pop him back, get the rods in the water, and try and get a few more this afternoon.
There we have it, £22 a nose, a beautiful common, and a fantastic day off. New PB earlier, always a venture and a good time out the bank with good friend Ryan. Stay tuned for more videos.
You get it back now, I'm getting wet.
We can put it back now, we're getting wet.
Right, well, this is the one that resulted from that take I had just then as I was going through a few bits and pieces. Possibly maybe sort of £15 or so. Quite a nice common. It's got some sort of unusual whitey grey markings on the end of its fins. But, yes, I shall pop this one back in, get that rod out again really quickly, see if I can nick one more before home time, and I'll try and catch up with what I was saying after I've done that. So I'll get this one back, and yeah, I'll have a chat in a second. Right, well, that's that bit of excitement over for. That's 5 fish now for today. I'm not sure where I got to before, in all honesty, before that one ripped off. But yeah, quick summary. Adam's had 5, I've had 5. I've lost a couple. One was the second take of a double take. Adam hit into it and did have it on for a little while, but unfortunately it dropped the hook. So yeah, I think we've got, what time was it? Yeah, I've got about half hour, 40 minutes left of fishing time now. So I really will have to get on with popping a few bits and pieces in the car after I've got off the camera here. And I think it'll be one of those where if I get another one, that'll be that rod going away, rather than recasting them now. What else have we got to fill you in on? Adam had a PB, not his overall PB, but a PB common at 26.6. It's a really nice fish. I'm absolutely made up for him as well, as he deserved it, because he was feeling a bit rough this morning. But I think a good day's fishing's certainly helped him feel a bit better. So I think that's about it really. Nothing else to report as of yet. Say there's still a chance, because this place always does bites quite late on, especially off of the spot that I'm on at the moment. So there may well be a chance of one more before we go yet. So I shall get these bits and pieces put in the car now. Have a sit down for probably 15-20 minutes after that. Get the rods in if they aren't in already. Then it's back over to the Syndicate tonight for a very quick overnighter. So it'll be about 9:20 by the time I leave here. So by the time I've probably stopped and got myself something to eat, got back to the lake, I should imagine that's going to be getting on for 10:30 time. So it'll be a case of probably plonking a couple of rods down in the margin. I may well get rid of the rest of the corn that we've got in the bucket here as well. Just fish a similar way to what I am now. Nice and easy, just a couple of rods down in the edge. Get my head down, and then it's up for work tomorrow morning. 5:30 wake up, get packed away, sorted out, and into the shop for 7 o'clock. So I shall leave it there, get all this stuff put in the car, and if I don't see you again here or tonight, because I probably shan't film once I get to the Syndicate, I'll be getting the rods in the water and then getting my head down straight away. So unless there's any more fish between now and tomorrow morning, I shall probably see you next week, I would imagine. And I'll just give you a quick pan shot of the lake to close off, and that'll be that. Well, it's just started raining once again. I've got to admit I'm absolutely shattered. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning now. This one's not long ripped off, it's just gone 23.4. Really lovely clean common again. I'm absolutely made up, but my word am I tired. I'm just going to get a few pictures of this one, pop it back, get back in the bag again for another sort of couple of hours, and then it'll be wake up and pack away time, and hopefully this rain may well have stopped by then. Right. Well, it's a week later now. I'm back down the Syndicate once again, in another new swim for me this time around. It is one that I've fished in the past, going back a fair few years though, back when this used to be a little club water. I did have a fair bit of success in here back then. Me and one of my friends, Chris, used to do a fair bit of floater fishing in here, and that was sort of just evenings after work, and used to pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 if we were lucky a night. And then we had a couple of sort of, I think we had 1 2-night session and then 1 overnighter. Both times I dropped in here, and I was lucky enough to have what then was the biggest fish in the lake, a real old brute of a leather carp. The first time I had it, it was I think around 28.5. The second time I had it, it was just over 30, and that is about 7 years ago now, I believe. It actually came up on my Facebook memories about a week or so ago. I'm sure it was 7 years ago. It did get caught once after that, to my knowledge, by a guy called Dan George. I think that was around 18 months after I had it, and it's not been caught since. I have been told it has still been seen in here. Not seen it for myself as of yet, but it would be very nice to think it is still about, and it would be even nice to see it on the bank again, whether it's via myself or somebody else. It would just be nice to know it's still here and still doing well. One thing I do remember about it is it did used to absolutely scrap like mad. Both times I hooked it down near margin, and I've not had many fights like that from a carp in my time. But we're down again for the night. There's 5 of us on at the moment, so it's reasonably busy for this little water. But I've got both mine tucked down just off the marginal shelf again. A nice mix of the Pure Bait Concepts Vitamino B. There's also some of the Amino Marine in there, a bit of mixed particle, some Amino Marine pellet, prep powder, a few liquids, and a bit of rock salt. So there's a nice mix of pretty much everything in there to hopefully get the carp down and on the feed. So I shall leave it there for now. See how the night goes. It's a lovely evening at the moment. Sunshine's come out, the wind's dropped off. Not seen an awful lot show at the moment. There's been a few cruising around just under the surface. But hopefully they will push down in the eyes of darkness, and I may well latch into something before I have to pack up for work tomorrow morning. So yep, I shall leave it there. Enjoy a bit of peace and quiet this evening, and hopefully be showing you a fish sometime soon. Well, it's about 4:30 in the morning now. I've just had this one absolutely rip off on the right hand rod. Looks like another old original. It's just gone 16 £1. It's got real withered up little fins. Quite an old cool little character this one by the look of it. Gave me a bit of an a nightmare run around under the tip. My net got caught up in the brambles and everything. We got there and got it in the end. I'm just going to get a quick couple of photos, pop it back, and then it'll be time to start getting bits and pieces together to get off for work. Real cool little things this one's got.